How's it hanging? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I forgot about moving my camera. I think I need to be about here, right? A little bit farther. Right there. Yeah. Nice. Anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful day. And we return to some Outer Worlds. Where we left off, we have gone to the Groundbreaker. That is like a ship, a station, something in space. And we've got a couple of missions. One for Vardy. One for the Vicar Max. We've got this where we have to go somewhere else and pick up something. So we might have to look for that. But we also have a science weapon to find here. We have some other bits to go speak to and find for the main mission. So we have quite a bit that we want to try doing here in Groundbreaker. So we'll head in, and see what this place is like. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. We're having some bad weather again here. Not like the other days where it's been really hot and sunny. We're actually having downpour where I am today, which isn't great. For those that don't know, obviously, I used to be a rugby player. That was what I used to do. Picked up an injury just before COVID, which stopped my career. And then put on a bit of weight because of lockdown and not training and stuff like that. But after COVID, got back into training and stuff like that after I went on holiday to Japan, because it turned out I became unfit. So I got training and I started getting myself back to fit and started doing like 10-mile jogs now. And I thought it was bad doing it during the heat, which it was. It's even worse doing it during the rain. So it hasn't been a fun day for me, but I hope everyone's having a good day. Hi Abdul, hope you're having a good day. But yeah, we'll go talk to people and see what we have around. Found some vending machines. Nice. Oh. Okay. Look at this. Wanted posters. Well, we're not going to dub in.
The impressive list of infractions.
He's a friend of Vicar.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild.
Let's see what's on here. Okay, what we want to do, sell our junk. See if there's anything. So obviously we can buy ammo. I don't know about any of the. See, that's something we'll probably have to do. Go and have a check about them. So we need to find out if putting attachments onto weapons, obviously they'll improve the weapons, but if we can remove them. If we can remove them, that'll be something that we need to keep an eye on. So then we can do stuff. Now, obviously, looking around, a lot of stuff is just basic. Bit like me. Basic, you know? But we also have other stuff in the game where, if I can, where is it? Oh, there. Like we've got on Pavadi, where that there is a name thing, so it's kind of special, like a bit of a rare. So we want to keep an eye out for stuff like that. No, I've not played that series.
Identification, please.
Present the captain's ID, because pretend to be the captain.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to the ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough.
Yeah, we just landed.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side. Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
I want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade.
Okay.
Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship is impounded?
Access to that information.
So it looks like we have to do all this stuff, otherwise we won't be able to leave.
So it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
I wonder if it's because we turned Edgewater against the company. Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
A shipment? We'll find out about that.
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery.
Oh, that's excellent because we need stuff for a SAM unit. Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Cool. We can try to get some lowdown.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade.
Okay, so now we know where Gladys is. The rest and go. I'm looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker.
Yes, because there was still more options there to talk to. So I got... there you go. Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months.
But obviously we won't be able to leave not until we sort out this impound situation, you know?
Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
How does the Holdings work?
Are you pulling my leg?
I just wanted to hear your take on it.
Goes like this.
So basically, we need to remember the people who react to how we say, and we can't, even though we don't know the stuff, try not to play completely dumb on certain things that people would know.
Then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port.
Okay.
From us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does Groundbreaker fit in?
Was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Yeah, so there's an actual boardroom.
Drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Okay, got it.
Glad to help.
I don't think there's many independent operators in the system. What do you know about Sublight Salvage? Yeah.
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads.
I don't play Assassin's Creed games, Abdul, so really Assassin's Creed games I don't care about.
Vanished.
Simple as that.
They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lily.
I think the only last one I played was Assassin's Creed 2.
So you know to avoid them.
Maybe Black. I think I might have played Black Flag. I'm not 100% sure. Definitely played Assassin's Creed 2. But I don't care about Assassin's Creed games. How about anything more local?
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
How about something long term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time.
Oh, dang it.
Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family.
Right, so on this ship, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, your job's passed down.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
So all I need to know about work. Okay, what can you tell me about Undum Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's tension between Groundbreaker and the board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments.
Okay, so don't think I have to be fully
That terrifies them.
against talking against the board while I'm here. Your station is in state of disrepair. You can make the board fix it. Why can't Groundbreaker and the board work together? Yeah, we'll find out that.
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Okay. You can get the board to
You
fix
mean
it.
the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation?
I think we could probably end up getting a job to go fix that.
Operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard.
Because between us and Pavadi, we probably could fix it.
Pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us
And maybe that would be enough help in order for us to get our ship unimpounded.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
Okay, so we've got everything from Corporal Leonard Wheeler. So I'm assuming we can just mosey on in. Who are these people? A private and a commandant?
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I'm getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, ma'am. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Now, why can't you take incident? That's a bit weird.
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well,
Oh, bless him.
folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Do you do tours? Yeah.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat.
There you go. That seems like we have two.
Tour or something.
To be fair, I'll probably do both, you know. We're friends, right, Lee? Do me a favor, and I owe you... Yeah, come on, Lee.
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Yeah, Lee. He's already gone in.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew Scholar shipped in and out with. Here we go again. No one
Thanks, Lee.
on
We're just having a look round. Oh, he's with us. It was me just looking at all the evidence stuff. Who are you?
Move along.
I think that might be the hammer I want. Thanks, Lee.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I could use some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with, ma'am? Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be.
I think that might be the person the provider wants to see as well.
Facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it must be a challenge.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly.
What can you tell me about Sublight Salvage?
They're run by Miss Hagen.
See, we're getting all the
Half
lowdown
train
first,
captains
guys.
And contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning.
Need you to explain that.
Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
So they're criminals, but they have an office. Yep.
If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility.
Right, I understand what they're doing.
Top to bottom.
They basically have proxies doing all the dirty work.
Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
Yes,
People
they
do
are.
what they gotta
They
to
are
get by.
criminals, exactly.
Oh, sure, sorry. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much, and Commandant Sonia's got to reprimand me again, and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this.
It's okay, we're buddies, Lee. You let me just
That's
walk
what I'm here
around.
for, ma'am.
But you've got to see some contrabands all over the system locked up back there. A lot of freighters come through the station. Must keep you busy.
Less than there used
See,
to be.
I do
Fewer
think
freighters
that
passing
hammer
through
is
these
the hammer
days.
we need
I spend some shifts
for one of our missions.
listening to the wireless.
Hear anything? Why aren't there many coming through?
Search me. I mean, don't search me, because that's my job. Get it?
Nah, I get that, Lee.
I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium.
Contraband's back there.
Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here.
Yeah, what if it's mine and I'm here to claim it?
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
Oh, back to other questions. See you around. Okay, speak to the commandant.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm interested in McGreed.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward?
So the bounties are
Do the
here.
legwork.
Okay. Why didn't you send one of the people after him?
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
I'll take it.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
What bounties do you have available?
Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker.
So it's only the one.
At the moment.
We're not going to do that one because we're helping that guy. What's it like working security detail?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend?
Yeah.
While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
I was just trying to make conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
We're still going to talk to him.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Yeah.
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess
Ah,
it
so it
stuck.
sounds for Marine Detachment. Okay. I think we do the companion quest for... See this? So we can use this to upgrade. Install mod. Let's have a look. We ain't got any mods. Okay. Oh no, we haven't got any mods because we put them all in a box back on the ship. Wow!
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the
Oh, this place looks amazing.
savory types about.
Look at it. It's cool, guys. This is so cool. Okay. We got the Lost Hope, Rest and Go, Spacer's Choice. Oh, it's a guy with a moon head.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a 0G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Have you ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation Aether Wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
They're struggling, but they've got good hearts.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Really? That's advice I never knew. So people like it if you use soap. That was just me thinking you don't do anything. And everyone will be fine around you. Maybe that's why I have no friends. Ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You know right in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's
Hey, he's a
Choice
salesman.
catalog,
Give him that.
which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon Colony.
You had to sleep with it on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix.
I'm liking this.
That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Space Choice make you wear it.
An additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
You need me to help you get out of there.
Even if my contract didn't forbid it. I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
We're gonna get a hat like that.
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
I'm addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have.
Okay.
If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry we pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine.
We're trying to be buds, mate. That's all we're trying to do.
Thanks for taking an interest.
No problem, Martin.
Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
What do you sell here?
Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that too.
Show me what you got then.
Have a look.
Okay. Ammo, guns. Moon hats. I'll have a moon hat. Wrong button. Guess what, Vicar? Okay. We'll carry on. We'll do Bravani's mission. Ooh, what's this? Recent users. Display recent messages. Hat. Keep telling you the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man. But there won't be anything left of me to care. Okay. Probably notice. The heat. All these places, we don't need to go to them. We want to go find the person, try to do... Ooh, what's this place? Who are you?
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor?
Tell me guys, I'm not getting distracted because of all the flashing lights and shops. No, no, definitely not.
We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Are you a spacey yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Tell me about your wares.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
Let's see what you sell. Okay, that seems to have like a green thing on it, so obviously that's some type of new... thing. Okay. Okay, we'll focus on the missions first. Wait, is it here? Ooh. Yes, in here.
there'd be more machinery.
First, I would look to see if there's stuff I can steal. I mean, inspect. Okay.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I'm Captain Unreliable, though my ship's a bit grounded at the moment.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Do whatever I can to help keep the peace. Copy that. And salute. No, do whatever I can.
Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Let's get out impound. I'm bound for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Friday, you wanted to talk to him. Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
No need to be formal, Pavadi.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Yeah, don't be shy to request time off.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
No, bless her. Nice job, Pavadi.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
There's no room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Okay. Back bay, I'm supposed to know where that is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
I think one of the bounties is down there. Have you tried sending anyone else down there to get the parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
Okay, so it's dangerous, guys.
I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Offense taken.
Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it.
I'll get those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Okay. Checking party back on the ship. Okay. Run that. Her office is located on Groundbreaker Promenade. We got that still to do. Okay, security terminal. We might do that. Someone in sick bay. And then the captain. A weapon. And the parts. Okay.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
See if anyone's...
So unbearable, I can hardly even concentrate.
No one's talkative. Okay.
Hearty greeting.
Talk to what we can.
Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
That sounds a bit harsh.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial proteins.
See what they sell. I'm assuming it's food. Yeah, food. Okay.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for
Go back to
information
Byzantium,
leading
you
to the capture of
cold-blooded
unit terrorist
bastards.
Phineas Wells. Report
Yeah,
any
no one
sightings
wants
to
you
the
on
local board
Groundbreaker.
embassy.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now.
I can't believe the board allows an unaffiliated station like this to stay.
Real scary.
Okay. Ooh, we can hack. Okay. Now, even though I'm not a fan of save scumming, we want to just see if that's... Because we know stealing's in the game. And people complain when you do that. I want to just see, is hacking the same? Okay, no one cares about that. Okay. Waste disposal.
Mechanicals all over.
Okay. Oh, it's funny seeing a guy like that. Medical. Hang on. This is the doctor in sick bay.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I can check in on him.
Be my
Or her.
guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Use it as a disguise to prevent immediate hostilities.
What seems to be the problem?
I'd like to see Jessie.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say, have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent
So we need
on
some type of
more
outfit to get in there.
mundane items as bandages
Stealth,
and
guys.
antibiotics,
You all know
as
I'm
well as
great
more
at that.
critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
Good luck getting to Jesse. And better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Popping a save, because I don't know how close the restricted area is, if this door's classed as it or not. No. Okay, cool.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Tell me it. No. Tell me it won't be coming in soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him. Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
What do you need it for?
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
Why is that?
The board won't let their doctors and nurses.
Yeah, so it looks like they're having a proper...
the medical schools.
Like, I don't mind this, you know. They're against the corporate, you know?
Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us.
And the way we're figuring out of that Phileas, the corporation thing's bad, so...
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start.
Okay, so we need our ship unimpounded in order to do that.
Out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Medical ID cartridge. You found an ID cartridge used automatic disguise when you enter. Okay. So I should. Has activated, giving you temporary access to restricted areas. Moving drains the shroud. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of interrogation to reset your shroud. Be harder. Well, okay. Waiting room. Quarantine.
You're sure?
What I need. Talk to Jesse.
Perfectly safe. I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratchet on rotten time. Leave me in peace. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's worried about you a lot. We're not going to intimidate yet.
Rimini. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Okay.
You, ain't with the board, are you?
No.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me.
Alright, so she owes the board and she's in hiding.
I hold up here to lay low.
What do you do to get you into trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Do you think the board is someone following you?
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it?
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the
So that other person will have to see
and it crumbled to
probably to get the hit off her. It won't be the board, it'll be him.
I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
They asked me to help you. So that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station.
We have to see him anyway about a ship.
If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
I'll talk to him.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Okay, now we leave. Okay. So we need to keep an eye out for those type of stuff to get disguises.
Any word on Jessie?
She's in debt to the board and she thinks someone's after her. What's the story of you two?
Let's just say she did me a favor and now I owe her. So, did you find her or what?
Yeah.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Okay, we'll see about getting that. That's, we have to get off the ship. The bay. The bay. But because we have to see that guy anyway about the ship. Oh, what's that place over there? We'll do that after we do the other bits.
You know that
cool eye
sound
patch.
when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Okay. What's the benefit of modern
Gets
weapons?
you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
It's something we'll probably have to, but we will end up doing.
A little percussive maintenance.
Like,
self-improvement.
we've got mods on the ship.
Is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads.
See, that's what we probably have to do.
What if you like
A silencer. We can put that on a sniper rifle that we have in the box.
And a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire.
How do I attach them?
Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering.
Yeah, can I take off mods or replace them?
No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic
Right, so you
toys.
lose whatever mods you put in.
Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty.
Avoid the warranty.
What? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list.
Thank you.
So, what can I get you?
Hey, let's have a look what mods they have. Increase critical. Extend the scope. Okay, I'm having that. Something called Mr. N. Jaw grip. Mr. Power. Okay. What's this place? It's a pub.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Don't suppose you know a way I could get Stellar Bay on Monarch.
Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2.
Do you know why?
It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you
And we
up.
need to speak to her as well.
Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon...
Alright, so the Marauders aren't just on the planet, they're all over space. What's the heat issue?
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Yeah.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, maybe I can do so. We already agreed to do something, so.
If you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief June Lay in engineering.
What do you know about them?
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better.
So we're getting a bit low down, because we're going to help them, you know?
Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Okay.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got the punch right here.
The ID card is so we can actually walk in there. That's where we have to go. Can we get him to agree to us to go in again?
What can security do for you today? That's what I'm here for, ma'am.
We can still walk in because he's allowed us. Nice. Where do we get that computer? It's there. What is that? A steel hoop? Aha.
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
Confiscated goods. Security logs.
Now that we have the data cartridge,
Okay.
we can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Can we give it to him here?
Got it. His
Nice.
name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook.
So the person's after on Monarch. Okay.
Used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Hesitate there, Vicar. What are you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Ah, but we're here.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okie dokie. So that has to go demonic. We'll make all the Rose Way. Riley back on the ship. The bored person. That's Gladys's shop. Go to Gladys's shop. We have a mission to see her, so...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Tripical Flakes, and
Assuming it's this one.
Power Nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
If it's between the... How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
What's life like?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Okay.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost
Who?
to being
Vicar?
a company man,
Vicar's got a creepy moon man.
spades.
Where's he? There. Ah. Wait, what was that one? Oh, got one of them. Chooses the noise of each shot. Right, I'm getting that.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's
I
door.
didn't knock on your door, I just walked in.
You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a
Wait, she has
single
sugar cookies.
natural
I'll have some
ingredient
cookies.
Or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Billy has sent me.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
What transaction?
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control.
So long we don't discuss it, we're fine, you
For the
know.
time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000? Any chance of a discount since Billy has sent me? Yeah.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Let's hear the details.
You know Edna, over in engineering. Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array.
Okay.
Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Antique
There's a part that we need.
in that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
Okay.
The more we got the corps fighting each
Oh,
other,
because we won't be able to do
the
that
less
until we
time
free our
got
ship.
to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
What are the jobs you know
Might want
about?
to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying.
Yeah,
to
we
get
know
a
about
handle
that.
on
We're
this
trying to
heat
fix it.
problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
I don't know, ma'am. She seemed pretty neat to me.
Well, aren't you sweet? And just her type, too.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Forget I said anything.
Opportunity you mentioned.
Yes, dearie?
See if there's any new information we can get.
Take that darling ship.
So that's still the same thing. We're just having to repeat itself.
Signal I told you about came from, and ferret out some tasty corporate secrets for old Gladys. Shouldn't be too tough for a lass like you, I'd think. What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony.
People wondering why all the characters are referring to us as a woman is because
That all depends on
in all games where we can create a character, we create a character called Elmer. She's been through a lot.
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart.
What do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary, seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them.
See, I'm wondering if there is monsters there or if it's just propaganda by the board to stop people going there, you know?
The colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch.
I wonder if that's the person that the vicar's looking for.
Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junley's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel.
I think the board's probably sabotaging stuff.
Shameful. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
She gave us some candy.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again?
I want to see. She had selling stuff, so let's see.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Okay. I don't know what they are, but I'll buy them. No day bag contains instant reports, various Medat security patrols. Drunken Fool, Engineer Tennyson. Ah, you control the hammer of power. This is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt. Wait, I don't know the running thingy. Okay. Can be viewed by the. I'll have that. That's 5,000, so I can't have that. Okay. Review the stuff on the reliable, so that I need to now go to reliable for. Radiator parts. I feel like we have to go speak to the person, but we've upgraded, so let's get this up. Okay, nice. I don't know if we need to specialize yet. We haven't got any more perks. And our people haven't gone up. Okay. Wrong button. Gonna pop a cheeky little save.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more
Okay.
content sitting at the top of this.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not...
So they know who Hawthorne is.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
He's dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm going to be nice to him for a minute.
There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with
He
him?
was my dearest friend. My only friend.
Maybe we can be friends. Unpound my ship.
No. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Eaten alive. He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh.
Not going to do another lie.
But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic on hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship.
Nice.
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Alex never... We're not going to get any... We're just going to go, he didn't mention him.
That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Anything I can help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale.
Sadly, we don't know. Can't tell you where he is.
Fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her death settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She was more alive than dead. Put her under... Or should I say I'll pay it off? I'll pay it off.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill...
You know what? We'll bribe him.
I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent...
It's a lot of money.
Called. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Why not ask something else?
Be my guest.
What do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Big fish in a small station. Nice setup.
I have few complaints.
Can you get me to Stella Bay?
Good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So no.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Does it seem hot in here?
Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She's doing everything she can. It's your people's fault it's not fixed, not Junlei's.
Pavati?
Aren't you, excitable?
Yeah, don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Let's persuade him. Take it back now.
I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you
But,
and...
I know it's sarcastic, but we'll just say it's because of the heat, you know? Does that work for you, Pavati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Okay. Why are all the armed guards here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
Okay. To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board.
Because obviously he works with the board. And the people here don't like the board. One more thing.
Please, go ahead.
What are those locks
A
for?
luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Oh. Does Chairman visit here often?
Good law, of course not.
So they have a place for the top dog if he visits, but he never comes here.
As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away.
Okay. That all done? So our ship's free, but we need 10,000 bits for the nav key. We lost a lot of money because we paid that person's bill. We can return to Unreliable to talk to Bavadi. We need to go to Monarch for that one. Different plan for that, so we could actually go for that as well. We got a hunt there, a bounty hunt. The Roseway we have to get to. That looks like we have to have a look back at the ship and another thing back in the stuff.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got...
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Exactly.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work.
It's going to be our ship's medic. He's saying you'll work for me because I helped Jesse.
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
What exactly did Jesse do for you anyway?
She helped me win a bet.
What was the bet?
We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
And?
And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
Just saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
Okay, welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
I think we can only have 2 companions out.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Okay. Yeah, so we want to actually go speak to her on the ship. So we're gonna mosey on back to the ship.
Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
Rizzo's lemon. Your whole family tonight.
Hey, you got a second?
Who are you?
Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by.
An extra crew person,
Just to take a
okay.
closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
What do? You stalking me? I don't appreciate being stalked. No one does. There's certain things that people don't like creepy behavior. I mean, I'm someone, if something is overly creepy, boom, red flag, get rid of them. So we'll tell them, what are you doing, stalking me? We don't appreciate being stalked.
What? No. Okay, yeah.
Because no one creeps and weirdos, guys.
I'm trying to be all creepy like. I just want to make a good case for myself. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Yeah, why should I hire you, Felix?
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry.
You could be our comedy relief.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is...
It might be a good hand, we don't know.
I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Let him continue.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or
So you might be strong. Box hauler.
Fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Yeah.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
Dragging off bodies, shootouts. The hell kind of ship do you think I'm running? Yeah, you're hired, Felix.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
See you back at the ship.
I'll just get
I mean, we're literally at the ship.
on board. This is going to be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
He didn't care when he picked up the doctor.
A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Okay. Now, we bought some stuff to modify our weapons as well. If we're in here, wrong button. Yeah, so we can go to the people. Do you know what? Abdul, you're just being weird. Okay, so do that, increase medical. And we need to have a look at better gear. We now have Felix. We'll do that. Nice, and we can have a look at the other people. But that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is where tonight's stream shall end. That's right, we went round and we've managed to unimpound our ship. But what we can do when we come back to the next stream, we have some missions on here. We'll go do the bounty hunting We'll go see if we can fix the heating and all that. Yeah. Everything will be fun. So I hope you all enjoyed this stream, and I hope you all have a good day, because the content we create on this channel is only made possible thanks to you watching along at home, so it's very much appreciated. So thank you for your time. Well, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, and stay safe.